What is up, Z Fighters and Dragon Ball Grinders? It is your boy Mikey here, and today I'll be going over some things I wish I knew before playing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I have not touched Dragon Ball since the Budokai Tenkaichi series back in the day, and that was years ago. Without wasting too much time, let's get right into it. Number one is very important. If you do listen to any of the tips that I give off in this video, please make sure it's this one. Before I started playing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, I kind of wish I knew how to use my Shenron's Wish. A very crucial mistake a lot of players will make is basically going after free characters from here. Now, although that is the fastest way you can obtain Goku Black in your playthrough of the game, which is what most people are doing, and which is something that I kind of thought about and I almost made the mistake of doing. But thankfully, I waited, and instead of using my Shenron's Wish off the bat, I kind of had to take a long time to think about it. Now, although it is the fastest way you could obtain Goku Black in your playthrough of the game, if you want to, you can do that, but hear me out. You can simply unlock these characters for free just by simply playing the story, or just casually playing the game is when you unlock characters. What you should use your wish on is the free Zenny, because all you want in this game is more money and more XP. Those things will bring you the finer things within Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Most of these things on the list are a big trap, considering you gain most of these options simply by just grinding the game and putting in your time. Why would you raise your player level? You can just raise it simply by playing the game. Titles and outfits are all things that are cosmetic. It won't help you really in the game besides giving yourself an awe factor, which is all stuff that you can obtain through long-term play of the game. And if you're gonna commit to Dragon Ball Sparking Zero because you love it as much as I do, then what is the actual point of getting yourself these things when you can obtain it later on? So why not get Zenny when the currency in this game gets you characters and outfits as well? Shenron wishing is a trap, so you should just get rich in the game rather than getting free things that you can have just by simply grinding the game. And as far as the titles go, you can always get those down the line. They aren't gonna impact your gameplay at all. But if you want the characters fast, I recommend just getting Zenny. Getting all the characters is what I prioritize first, and I understand that you could obtain 2 characters right off the bat, but is that really worth it? These are just my thoughts, and I really think that you should really hear me out when it comes to this, and I think you should follow through with the Zenny poll, because the quicker you make money, the quicker you can get into deciding which characters are your favorites and which ones you want to prioritize in learning. Coming up with the next thing that I wish I knew, this for me was kind of a hard pill to swallow. When I first launched the game, I hadn't played using a controller in a very long time, because I normally play all my games on keyboard and mouse. It's been a while. So I started to play the Goku main story missions, and behold, right out the gate, I just get slammed by Raditz. I literally lost the beginning of the story where it is supposed to be the easiest. At least, that's what I assume. I didn't quite get the wake-up call yet. I thought that it was getting pretty good beating story mode AI. That was up until I had to verse Vegeta. And we all know about the meme about the monkey that's going around, man, because, dude, like, don't even get me started. His normal form gave me a bit of a struggle to the point where I went outside story mode and tried to figure out the dodge mechanics, and after a while, I just kind of gave up. Kind of realized I'm gonna have to play the game more to get better. I also decided that I'm gonna have to just get my butt whooped in the story mode until I mentally learned that I wanted to win. Now, you guys may be wondering, why is Mikey rambling about how much of a total noob he is? Well, basically what I'm saying is everyone, when it comes to fighter games, starts somewhere. And to be honest, you just don't really get good overnight. After getting all the way to versing Goku Black, I felt that I was better from the start, or at least the first 30 minutes of the game is what I meant. It is very important to remember that everyone has their own pace, and mine is starting off slow, but try to remember you will get better with time. I lost so many fights in the story mode, but the most important thing is that I was having so much fun. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, all in all, gives you that great nostalgic old feeling of being back in the day, booting up your PlayStation 2 just to play some Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi. Sometimes, personally, I think about how I wish back then that I was living in the old times when I was in them. Playing this game is a reminder of this good old time, so enjoy it while it lasts. So even if you aren't that great at the game, make sure you play at your own pace. Practice may not make you perfect, but it will sharpen your skills and make you better, and that's the goal here. Which brings me into my next Dragon Ball Sparking Zero things that I wish I knew. Now, I know what you're thinking. You just want to hop in and whoop someone real quick and give them a good beatdown. Believe me, nothing feels better than putting your skills out on display for others to see how good you are at the game. But the thing is, are you actually really that good? Now, in no way in any means am I ragging on anyone's skill level here. I mean, dude, I am pretty much bad at this point in time, and I've accepted that. Skipping rank play is definitely the safe option, but at the same time, not everyone has to. Each and every individual player knows how good they are and kind of can scale off that. Now, you gotta know yourself. If you are much like me and don't play fighter games much, then you gotta remember those die-hard fighters and Dragon Ball fans who are hopping on this game are handing out fades at ranked play. And for some people, getting beat down so much might make you demotivated to actually play the game. And that kind of ties into the last thing that I wish I knew before playing this game is to enjoy the game. Because if you're not enjoying the game, then then, you know, it's kind of lost at that point. However, at the same time, there may be some of you guys out there who enjoy putting yourself up to the challenge and will refuse to give up no matter how many times you are beaten. Me personally, I cannot get good at the game if I can't even perform against the enemy before me. Now I know, rank play will just match you up with people around your skill level, but for me, I just need to understand how the fighting mechanics even work. Because as of right now, I can't even read an enemy, so versing an actual human competitively would be a major no-go for me. Which brings me to my next thing that I wish I knew before playing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Coming in at number 4, you should play offline or in the story mode parts of the game. Before even playing ranked, you are missing a bunch of characters you could be potentially testing out to see which characters actually fit you and your playstyle. When you first are starting Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, you have a lot of locked characters, and just to remind you, there are a total of 182 characters. And to be honest, that is only currently, like they're probably going to add more. Now that is a lot of characters that you are able to dabble with. So basically what I recommend you do is actually play offline. Take your time, play at your own pace, grind whenever you are available to. It is very important not to burn out. Now in this game, the only way to improve is about how many hours you put in and how many matches you actually do. That's what I really love about this game. You only improve with every fight that you are doing, and that's what makes it so special. And well, playing in the offline mode, you can unlock new characters and outfits and improve. You can also earn lots of currency so you can buy more characters and outfits this way as well. Then you could go ahead and test more characters out and have a better understanding of which ones you click well with. Again, I would also like to mention you can set the difficulty of the AI. So if you are a newer player like me, messing around the offline mode might be the best option for you. Because man, some of these players are just straight cracked at this game right out the gate, and I personally don't want the smoke just yet. Now this next one is really an optional one, just depending on what type of player you are. If you want to improve the best way possible, then this one's for you. The best way to improve always at a game is training. If you're playing a first-person shooter, what do? You aim train because you want to get better at aiming. The only way to get better at a fighter is to go on the training grounds and learn the actual combos and learn everything about the game that will make you better at it. And a real life lesson that you should really know about anything in life is that when you want to get good at something, there's always something that you could do to expand on improving at it. Like, nobody is perfect, you know what I mean? So there's always something you could do to improve, you know, and that's only if you care that much. Not all of us want to go to the training arena all the time and, you know, get better at the game. We just want to play the game, have fun, and we're okay with how good we are at it. Or we just want to play casually with some friends, you know, square up and see who's the better friend at Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, etc. You know what I mean? It's not for everyone, but if you do want to get better, the training arena is probably the best way to do so. The thing is, in the training arena, you can get a whole lot of practice done here. Also, let me begin to tell you, it is going to suck at first, especially if you're a newcomer like me. As I mentioned before, playing the Goku story mode, I lost to Raditz at the beginning. The big monkey by Vegeta was absolutely slapping me. I lost to Frieza a couple of times. I mean, Majin Buu, it was quite difficult. But there is something very important that I noticed, and that as time went on and the more enemies I faced, the easier time I had actually clearing the level that was in front of me. However, on the flip side, if you're one of those players that are playing ranked, a good way to find out what to improve in is record your games. Now, the reason I would recommend doing this is because when watching yourself play from a third-person point of view, you find out a lot about your individual playstyle. You can achieve greater heights by knowing what you need to improve on, even if you are playing casually. For example, are you blocking too much and getting grabbed? Maybe you need to take a more aggressive approach. Are you using too much powerful attacks and getting punished for it? You maybe need to play more on the defensive. And to be quite honest, these are just minor examples. It gets a lot more complicated than that. However, this is not the type of video. I'm just here to motivate you guys and give you guys some tips about things that I wish I knew. So let's move along. The cool thing about fighting games is that everyone has their own fighting style, so the game changes with everybody you verse. And a great player can adapt when faced with certain challenges in front of them. You may not be able to predict what kind of fighting style you'll be fighting, but you can sharpen your skills so you are ready for any type of fighting style. After recording yourself and watching yourself play, you can spot your weaknesses and then sharpen those skills up in the training arena. Of course, this is just a little recommendation. Some people are okay with playing the game over time and improving little by little. Other players just want to play the game to play the game and not be judged by the way that they play it. And all of those reasons are okay. It's just the most important thing is make sure you're enjoying yourself and having fun with the game. But if you are trying to improve quicker, identify your weaknesses and improve on it. And that is genuinely how you get better at the game in the fastest way possible. Now, speaking of training, what you can also do is scale off the way your friends are performing against you. We all have that one friend in our friend group that is absolutely nasty at fighting games. And maybe use them as a sparring partner, because it is very fun to verse your friends in these types of games. You get the competitiveness, you get the bragging rights, you know what I mean? It's just, this is the best part of fighter games, is actually versing people that you want to verse. And being able to verse your friends whenever you want is one of the biggest things that makes fighting games so great. Now, if for some reason you are unfortunate and don't have any friends to play Dragon Ball Sparking Zero with, then I would suggest joining some communities or maybe finding some friends that you could play private matches with with. And these all ties into things that I wish I knew, and enjoying the game is a real big one, and I know I've said that multiple times in this video, but I genuinely mean it. Not burning out is key to having fun on this game. And whether you're a casual player, a competitive gamer, or whatever type of player you are, just play at your own pace, have fun. This game just came out, sit back and relax and have a good time. That's what's important. Well, that is all I have for today, guys. If you guys did enjoy the video, please smash the subscribe button so you can find your way back to my channel. Drop me a thumbs up on the video and also join the community Discord pinned in the comment section down below. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.